16. So you got two really good scorers there, which if they're averaging that, you know that both those guys have put 20-plus on the board in a few games.
Right.
And so the potential's there, and our goal, and be rest assured, number 3 Pitts is on our board to make sure we know where he's at, what he's doing at all times.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what do you guys have to do tonight to win?
I really, and I put on the board, one of the things as we go out is, let's clean things up, put a bow on it, is what I said. And on the board is what I'll address that as is all our press breakers, all our offenses, all our defenses, the energy, the things we've learned from throughout the season. This is the time of year where now it's time to go out and take everything we've done and put it on display. There shouldn't be any surprises. If there is a lack of execution, then it's something we got to identify quickly and make a quick change, and really just go out and, like you said, try and put ourselves in that sectional feel, and limit our turnovers, rebound extremely well. And I've really been pleased with how we've had different guys stepping up and knocking down shots lately. Austin Utter's been more aggressive and really being able to, everyone can shoot, but you got to be able to make it. We're more concerned about the makers than we are the attempters. And I've been really liking what I've seen from him. I've been liking Bryce Abbott being more aggressive. Jordan's doing what Jordan does. Brady Perez against Triton had almost 20 and has just been in that. He's been on that train here lately where he's been double figures in scoring and either double figures or real close in rebounds. So anytime he's approaching a double-double with the other guys doing their thing, we're in good shape. Yeah. So, with that approach, we're 2-1 in those last 3 games that we played, and one of them was an overtime loss. So hopefully we can compete like that again tonight.
Okay. Rob, your 5 starters.
We're going to go tonight with Brady Perez and Alex Onnefield, and then we're going to have 3 guards, Austin Utter, Jordan Reinhold, and Jacob Good as our 3 guards tonight.
Okay. Rob, good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thank you.
Zebra head coach Rob Maconaquah back with more pregame next, 92.1 WROI.
Again, welcome to Rochester High School. Time now for the starting lineup for this TRC matchup featuring the Maconaquah Braves and your own Rochester Zebras.
Back at Rochester High School, time now for the starting lineups. First for the 15-6 Maconaquah Braves. At one guard will be a 5'11 senior, Chandler Pitts. The second guard, a 5'11 junior, Cody Cabler. The third guard, a 5'11 junior, Chance Hagan. At one forward, a 6'4 senior, Ethan Larison. And the other forward, a 6'5 junior, Bryce Ward. Maconaquah coach for Mr. Tim Maben. For the Rochester Zebras, they have a record of 11-9. At one guard will be a 6'5 senior, Austin Utter. The second guard, a 6'3 senior, Jordan Reinhold. And the third guard, a 5'8 senior, Jacob Good. At one forward, a 6'2 junior, Brady Perez. And the other forward, 6'6 junior, Alex Onafield. Rochester coached by Mr. Rob Malco. Now, here's something that's pretty cool that's going to happen tonight for the Maconaquah Braves. Chandler Pitts is 10 points away from being Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer. Now, let me tell you, they've got a young man on this coaching staff, two young men. Tim Maben was really good when he was there. Rex Bexner was crazy good when he was there.
Yeah.
And they had a Pelotho kid that played with Rex Bexner back in the day that was crazy good as well. So to be the guy that owns the scoring record of Maconaquah over all those names, that's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a great thing for him to accomplish and to have that mark. And I'm sure someday down the line somebody will come along and better it, as that's always the case. But at this point, that's going to be his moment in time.
Well, when you put up 40 points a game for some games, it doesn't take you too long to get there.
You're right, exactly right.
So Rochester in their home whites and Maconaquah in their baby blues. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. It would be nice to keep Pitts from that, but man, he is good. He is really, really good.
I'm sure Maconaquah is going to be, let's just give the ball to Pitts as much as we can, get that over with and out of the way, and get on to playing the ball game.
I'm telling you, 10 points tonight out of Pitts might be a third of their scoring. I really honestly think that this thing is going to be in the 30s. I could be all wet, and I've been there before. It'll be Larison and Brady Perez to jump center. Rochester will go to our left, Maconaquah to our right. Final game of the regular season sectional is Tuesday at Manchester. And we got the second game, and I promise you we will not see the first game because we'll be in the hospitality room the entire night.
We'll watch it on closed circuit.
Yeah, right on. So here we go. The final game of the regular season underway, and the Zebras control the tip. Reinhold will bring it across the timeline against the man-to-man defense. Drives it to the left wing. Hands off to Utter. Austin Utter with the basketball. Drives to the middle of the floor at the free throw line. Kicks it down low to Onafield. He'll pull up from 10 feet off the glass and good.
Good bank shot by Onafield to get things started. I thought Rochester played 3 really good quarters against Peru last week, and the last 12 minutes kind of got away from them.
Yeah, I agree. So Maconaquah with the basketball. Down low to Larison. Outside to Pitts. Rochester against the 2-3 zone. Pitts top of the key to Ward. Down low to Larison. The reverse layup on the way is good off the window. We're tied at 2. 7:15 to play first quarter. We're tied at 2 here at Rochester High School senior night here at Rochester for 3 of these guys. Reinhold around the defense on the baseline. Jumper, no good. Rebound to Ward, who clears to Pitts.
Say man-to-man defense by Maconaquah. We haven't seen very many man-to-mans this year.
Yep. Well, when you're the bigger team on the floor now, you can do that, can't you?
I think they're the bigger team, and they've got probably equal, if not better, athletes.
Maconaquah saves them going out of bounds, and then they chucks it out of bounds. So it'll go back to Rochester as Jerry Plummer comes into the game for the first time tonight, and Jacob Good will sit down. 6:47 to play. In the first quarter, we're tied at 2. And Reinhold gets it in to Reinhold, Perez gets it into Reinhold, and Jordan brings it up against Hagan. High on the right side to Utter against Pitts. Utter holds 5 feet behind the three-point line, and Rao dribbles to the free throw line. Loses the handle, picks up the loose ball, looks back door to Plummer, rises up, shot blocked from behind, and Hagan with the rebound for the Braves. Hagan pushes ahead to Pitts. Pitts left wing. Back to Hagan, top of the key, now near side to Cabler. Cabler against the 2-3 zone, dribbles top of the key at the volleyball line. Left wing to Hagan. Hagan holds for Maconaquah. One dribble to his right, now to Ward. Ward in the lane to Larison. Outside to Cabler, quickly to Ward on the left wing. Ward inside the arc, leaner over on a field, no good. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Reinhold. It'll stay with the Maconaquah Braves baseline right.
Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Maconaquah not really looking for an outside shot just yet. They're working the paint.
Larison gets the inbounds pass and fouled on the shot by the Zebras. And that's going to send Ethan Larison, the 6'4 senior, to the line to shoot 2 for the Braves.
Foul's going to be on Plummer, his first, team first.
You know, you mentioned not looking at an outside shot. They're not really looking at a shot from the block either. Larison had it twice on the block and didn't look to go to the basket. So Larison to the line for 2 for the Braves. First one of the way is
Wow.
Good.
That was really
That was
hard.
a brick, and it kind of stuck between the backboard and the rim, and it just fell through the hoop, and now the Maconaquah Braves are up by 1.
Say no soft touch on that first one.
Second one, no good. Onafield grabs the board. The Braves lead 3-2. Outlets to Reinhold. Jordan, left side of the floor, crosses the timeline. At the volleyball line now against the man-to-man defense. He's guarded by Hagan. 15 feet behind the three-point line. Now to Onafield behind the arc. Alex holds. Bounce pass near side of Perez. Brady at the basketball against Larison. 3-2, Maconaquah. 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Utter backs it out and resets for the Zebras. Right side of Onafield.
Utter had a fantastic first half against Peru. He had 11 points in the first quarter on 3 3-pointers.
Perez, left wing, crossover dribble to left elbow, jump stop, rises up off the window and good. 4-3 Rochester. Pitts quickly up the floor. Top of the key to Hagan. Hagan sends right wing to Cabler. Back to Hagan left side. Rochester still in that 2-3 zone. Now to Pitts, 10 feet behind the three-point line, right side to Ward. Ward holds for the Braves. Rochester by 1 with 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Hagan for 3, left wing is short. Rebound to Pitts. He's fallen to his backside. His shot no good. The putback by Ward is no good, and Reinhold grabs the board. Reinhold quickly ahead to Perez. Brady in the corner against Cabler. Bounce pass to Reinhold. Jordan on the right wing against Hagan. Takes his guide to the baseline. Over the top of the defense to Perez. Brady back to the volleyball line on the right wing with 4:35 to play in the first quarter. The Zebras lead 4-3. Reinhold directs traffic over the top to Plummer. Behind the arc on the left side, works against Pitts. Bounce pass right side to Utter. Long 3 for the Zebras. Way off the mark. Put back by Plummer. No good, but a foul coming on Ward. And Jerry Plummer going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job by Jerry Plummer coming in to pick up the loose ball after the miss.
So Plummer at the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras. They lead 4-3 with 4:25 to play in the first quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Plummer, a junior, eyes the first one. Lets it fly, and it's off the side of the rim, no good. One more coming for Plummer. Nice following tonight by the Zebras and the Braves.
Yeah.
7:30 sectional game on Tuesday night. The Zebras will play Cass.
Sounds like both teams have a ways to travel next week on Tuesday night for their sectional basketball game, so it's an opportunity for everybody to come out.
Plummer makes 1 of 2. The Zebras are now up by 2 with 4:20 to play in the first quarter. Outside to Pitts. Baseline to Larison. Back to Pitts on the right wing. Drives it left, top of the key. Left wing now to Cabler. Cabler pushes off, no call against the 2-3 zone and backs it out and resets against the Zebra defense. Now to Ward, left side to Hagan. Hagan thought about a 3, passes back out to Ward behind the arc, left side to Pitts. He'll fire a 3 from the baseline. It's no good off the mark. Reinhold grabs the board. Jordan rips and runs for the Zebras, who lead by 2 with under 4 to play in the first quarter. Jordan loses the basketball off the back of his leg. He picks up the loose ball, now to Utter. Utter in the center circle, drives to the left wing against Pitts. Jump stop behind the arc, left side, hands off to Perez. Brady now to Reinhold, high on the left side. Outside the volleyball line with 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Zebras by 2. Now to Perez, hands off to Reinhold. Jordan right in front of the Maconaquah bench, dribbles to the top of the ring. Now the free throw line, jump stop, leaner off the glass is good. Rochester by 4. 3:15 to play first quarter. Hagan with the basketball, still working against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Outside to Pitts, baseline to Larison. Kicks it out right side to Cabler, wide open 3 for Hagan. Passes it up, now to Cabler in the paint. Outside to Hagan right side, no look pass to Larison. His 3 is no good. And the rebound on a field for the Zebras. He outlets to Reinhold. Under 3 to play first quarter, Rochester by 4. Jordan in the paint, leaner on the way is off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound award for Maconaquah. Outlets to Cabler. Cabler pushes for the Braves, gives him the corner to Hagan.
I think Maconaquah is really struggling to find their lungs and their legs here to start of this basketball game.
Ward for 3, left baseline is good. And Zebras lead is cut to 1 at 7-6. Reinhold walks it up for the Zebras. 2.5 to play first quarter, 7-6 Rochester. In the corner to Plummer. Jerry, left baseline, dribbles to the wing, now top of the key to Utter. Austin holds against Hagan, takes him right elbow cut off by the defense, and saved from going out of bounds by Reinhold, and then bangs it off the leg of Pitts out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester to the far side as Tyler Walker comes into the game for the first time tonight. Alex Onafield to sit down. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman, 2:13 to play in the first quarter.
Rochester's had a week off since their last basketball game.
Yeah.
Maconaquah is playing their fourth in that same time period. Might like to see Rochester get up and down the floor as much as they can here.
Perez behind the arc in the right corner with 2 to play in the first quarter, leading by 1. Austin Utter holds left side to Plummer. Jerry at the basketball looking down low to Walker, but gets it to Reinhold, top of the key, right side to Perez. Brady with the basketball, dribbles to the baseline, pulls it back outside, and has his pass taken away by Cabler. Cabler, left side of the floor, shot over Reinhold is good, and when it gets high off the glass, and Maconaquah back up, 8-7 with 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. I think the shot was the last resort. I think he thought about passing, but just threw it up.
It was almost like a two-handed toss off the backboard over his head, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the paper tomorrow, it'll read 2 points for Cabler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perez, 18-footer is short, and the rebound is going to be knocked out of bounds by Walker. No, it's going to be walked out of bounds by Pitts. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. 1:17 to play in the first quarter. Maconaquah leads 8-7. Zebra basketball. Walker gets the inbounds pass. Now to Utter high on the right side. Swings left side to Plummer. Jerry with the basketball. Out to Reinhold to the volleyball line. Right wing to Utter about 10 feet behind the arc. Down low to Walker. Walker gets a double team. Loses the basketball out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Maconaquah. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. 1:05 to play first quarter. Zebras trail by 1. Rochester basketball out of bounds baseline right. Reinhold looks to get it in. Jordan to Utter. Down low to Walker. Layup left side is good and a foul.
A good pass by Utter to find Walker on the opposite block.
Fouls on Maconaquah, number 11, Cabler.
The foul's going to be on Cabler, his first, team second.
Tyler Walker the line to shoot 1.
Number 40, Walker.
Nick Allen will come in for Rochester for the first time tonight.
Substitution for Rochester.
And the sophomore replaces Jerry Plummer for the Zebras. 1:02 to play first quarter. Rochester back up 9-8. And Tyler Walker at the line to shoot 1 for Rochester. Walker, right-handed free throw on the way. Nothing but net. Zebras up by 2 at 10-8. A minute to play in the first quarter. Rochester extends that 2-3 zone out to the 10-second line. Here comes a little half-court trap. Hagen around that to Pitts. Quickly to Ward. In the corner to Cabler. One dribble, cut off by the defense, down low to Ward. Ward, turnaround 5-footer off the glass, no good. And the rebound in Allen, and we're going to have a foul over the back against Ward. 43.3 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-8. And coming into the game for the first time is Connor Middlecoff. And he'll replace Ward, who just picked up his second foul. So Allen will bring it up with 40. Nick Allen across the timeline against the man-to-man defense with 38. Crossover dribble, top of the key. Picks up his dribble down to Reinhold high on the right side with 32. Over the defense to Utter with 30. Left corner to Perez with 28. Brady dribbles to the wing with 26. Now back to Reinhold with 23. Jordan, one dribble to his left, over the top to Utter with 20. Austin dribbles to his left a couple of times with 18. Now to Reinhold with 17. Jump pass down little Walker. Tyler fakes, rises up, shot good with 10.
A good ball fake by Walker, yep.
With 9. To Pitts with 7. Pitts around the defense with 5. Kicks it out to Cabler with 3. Cabler down low to Maconaquah with, at the buzzer's good. Middlecoff hits the shot at the buzzer to close the lead to 2 for Rochester. After 1, the Zebras lead 12-10. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
All right. Pitts needs 10 to become Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer and went scoreless in the first quarter. But never really looked for a shot either. Didn't try to force anything.
No, I think he only took one shot.
Pitts with the basketball. Law pass down low to Larison. Rises up, kicks it out to Hagan. Now to Pitts. Straightaway 3 for the Maconaquah Braves is short. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by. Well, nobody knows. 3 officials on the floor. No one knows.
Rochester gets a possession arrow.
Yeah, they're going to say last touch by the Braves. It'll go back to Rochester. Full court press by the Maconaquah Braves. Bryce Abbott in the game for the first time tonight. He gets it into Utter. Austin brings it up for Rochester. 20 seconds gone to the second quarter. Rochester up 12-10. Corner to Abbott. Bryce with the basketball over his head. Dribbles a couple times to his left. Cross court to Utter behind the arc in the left wing. Austin holds the basketball. Now top to make that to Abbott. Abbott a couple of dribbles to his right, still behind the arc. Now takes it to the baseline. Under the basket now in the paint. Kicks it outside to Reinhold. Jordan, long 3, right wing. Good!
Reinhold hits the first 3 for the Zebras.
Pitts, leaner, off the window. Nope. Reinhold with a rebound. Rochester by 5. A minute gone in the second quarter. Utter left wing, hesitates. Now accelerates to the baseline. Cut off by the double team. Around the defense to Perez. Now down low to Abbott. His layup is good.
Good ball movement by Rochester that time. Looking for the open cutter.
Rochester out to their biggest lead of the night of 7 at 17-10 with 6:45 to play in the first half. Hagan against a 2-3 zone out to Pitts. Takes to the left side, high on the left side to Cabler. Cabler backs it out and resets for the Braves. 17-10 Rochester. 6.5 to play in the first half. Hagan loses the basketball. Now we're going to have a foul by Reinhold on the reach in. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester, right in front of the Rochester, out of bounds to the Braves, in front of the Rochester bench.
Reinhold will pick up his first, team second.
Flaherson will look to get it in. Does so to Pitts on the Rochester side of the half-court line. Now crosses through the center circle. The 2-3 zone extended out to the volleyball line. Out of Hagan left wing. Hagan against the trap. Loses it. Picked up by Perez. Rochester forces a turnover. Ball loose on the floor. Utter picks it up. Now to Brady. Brady across the timeline left at the volleyball line. Now backs it back outside. It goes to the basket. The finger roll shot, no good. The putback by Walker is good. Timeout Maconaquah. It's a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this, guys.
Two minutes gone here in the second quarter. The Zebras now up 19-10. And after the Maconaquah timeout, they'll have the basketball going to our right. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Tippecanoe Valley and Wawasee tied at 9 after the first quarter.
Senior night here at Rochester High School. Of course, the final game of the regular season for both teams. Gearing up for a Tuesday night showdown in the sectional for both. Maconaquah's number 11, West Lafayette, on Tuesday night. And Rochester has Lewis Cass. Cabler kicks it out to Hagan on the right wing. Rochester still in a 2-3 zone. Hagan top of the key, left side to Pitts behind the arc, 10 feet. He can hit it from there. We saw it a bunch of times last year. And then the pass is deflected out of bounds by Perez. And Maconaquah will keep it on the baseline on the far side. Larison will look to trigger it in. And does so to Hagan into the volleyball line. Hagan a couple of dribbles to his right. Now to Cabler. Can you see around, Coach Malco? Because I can't. Pitts drives it right. Outside of Hagan. Right wing behind the arc. 2-3 zone looking really, working really well.
He didn't wear his opaque jacket tonight.
3 by Larison's no good. Utter grabs the board. Austin ahead to Abbott. Bryce picks up the basketball. Down low to Walker. Pass is knocked away and stolen by the Braves. Middlecoff out to make that out to Pitts. Pitts behind his back dribble, works to the right wing, now middle of the floor. Left side to Cabler, in the corner to Hagan. Back to Cabler. Rochester going to give him that shot from the volleyball line if he wants it. Near side to Pitts. Behind the arc, 8 feet. Middlecoff, pass down low. Rises up, does Cabler. Shot no good. Walker grabs the board and gives to Reinhold. Jordan brings it up the floor for Rochester, leading by 9 with 4:40 to play in the first half. In the corner to Perez. Brady down low to Walker. Tyler loses the handle. Out of bounds, it'll go back to Maconaquah.
Maconaquah is on about a 5-0 drought, or a 5-minute drought right now.
Yeah. 4.5 to play first half. Rochester leads Maconaquah 19-10.
Hey, announcer, do that during Rochester possession.
Jeez. Maconaquah with it. Over the top to Pitts. Now to Larison, left elbow. Backdoor to Pitts. Layup is good. He's 8 points away.
Gets his first bucket of the ball game and breaks that drought that Maconaquah had since the first quarter.
Now the score is 19-12. Abbott behind the arc gives to Utter. Down little Walker. Rises up. Shot good again from inside.
It's 9 for Walker now.
Lead is back to 9 for Rochester at 21-12. Under 4 to play in the first half. Larison drives left on the baseline. Cut off by the defense. Out to Pitts for 3. Good this time. Now he's 5 away from being Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer. Rochester will take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
.342 to play in the first half. Rochester up 21-15. After the Rochester timeout, it'll be our basketball going to our left. We'll trigger an inbounds at the scores table. Utter gets it into Reinhold. Jordan just with 2?
Yeah.
Now?
Well, no, 5.
5?
Yeah.
He's got a 3.
Hit a 3 earlier in the quarter.
Utter at the left elbow. Austin, leaner. Tough shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. The putback on the way, no good. The rebound to Utter again. His putback again is good. Give him 3 shots. We'll hit 1.
Yeah. Utter gets his first bucket of the game. He had to fight for it, though.
Pitts, layup, nope. Rebound to Rochester. Reinhold runs. Utter high on the right side. Around the defense to Reinhold. Jordan down low to Abbott. Abbott out to Utter. Utter inside the 3-point line out to Reinhold. 3 to play in the first half. Rochester by 8 at 23-15. Jordan Reinhold goes right hard in the paint. Leaner on the way off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound. Maconaquah comes out of there with it. Cabler, coast to coast. His leaner on the way is no good. Rebound fall for. Larison can make that work, comes out of there with it. The Pitts from the volleyball line, it's short. And the rebound to Reinhold. Jordan running the other way. And then we're going to have an out of bounds on Maconaquah.
Pitts lucky he didn't get called for the reach.
That's what I was thinking too. Jerry Plummer will come back into the game for the Zebras, and he'll replace Brady Perez. 2:40 to play first half. Rochester up 23-15, and the Zebras of the basketball on the far side. Utter will look to trigger it in. To Jordan. Alex Onafield will come into the next dead ball. To Plummer against Larison. Plummer takes it to the left. Now to the baseline. Goes to the basket. Shot is good off the window.
Nice take by Jerry Plummer.
Yes. Rochester now by 10 at 25-15.
They leave the baseline open. Take advantage of it.
Hagan across the timeline. Rochester stays in that 2-3 zone. Works to the left wing. Now near side to Cabler. He'll fire a 3 in rhythm. No good. The putback is good and a foul. Larison will go to the line to shoot 1 free throw, and Jerry Plummer's picked up foul number 2.
Larison with the tip in.
Fouls on 32, Plummer. His second, Team third.
So Alex Onafield back in, and Tyler Walker will get a blow. 2:14 to play in the first half. 25-17 right now, but Larison at the line to shoot one for the Braves. Free throw away is no good. Abbott grabs the board. Abbott will bring it up for Rochester. He'll work against Cabler. Abbott against a double team. Down low to Plummer. He lays it in for two more.
Good pass from Abbott.
And then Reinhold steals the pass, coming up the floor to Abbott. Bryce goes to the basket against Ward. Kicks it out to Onafield. Ball loose, picked up by Pitts. Pitts left side of the floor. Will go to the basket against Reinhold. His shot is good off the window. 27-19. 100 seconds to play in the first half.
Pitts now with 7.
Austin Utter walks it across the timeline high on the right side. Against a double team. Jump stop. Down low to Plummer. Outside to Reinhold. Jordan out of Utter with 1:30. Austin one dribble. Hands off to Reinhold coming around the wing on the right side. Now top of the key. Backs it out and resets for Rochester. 1:20 to play in the first half. Zebras by 8 at 27-19.
Plummer and Onafield doing a great job of blocking out and getting underneath that zone.
Reinhold baseline. Over the top to Utter. 3 left wing for the Zebras is good. And the Zebras now up by 11 with a minute to play in the first half. Nice ball movement for the Zebras to spring Utter.
Maconaquah is visibly tired.
They are spent.
Their chests are heaving and they're
they can't get to halftime quick enough, can they?
Right.
Ward. Hagan. Left side to Cabler. Back to Ward, top of the key. 43 seconds. Pitts. Throws it out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back with 39.6 to play in the first half. Brady Perez coming back in, and Austin Utter will get a break. Rochester up 30-19 with 39.6 to play in the first half. Coach Malco wants one shot. The inbounds pass comes into Reinhold. Jordan with the basketball. Works against Hagan. Now to Abbott. Bryce across the timeline against Pitts. Takes him to the left side. Bounce pass to Plummer. Back to Abbott with 28. Bryce, jump stop. Outside right. Brady Perez fights for it, loses it. Pitts has it. Pitts down low to Hagan. Leaner on the way, no good. The putback is no good. Ward has it. His putback is good with 19 or with 13. With 10. Reinhold then has it stolen by Hagan. His shot blocked out of bounds by Reinhold with 5 seconds. Utter will go back in for Rochester. 5.1 seconds to play in the first half. Zebras by 9. It'll be the Braves basketball to bounce baseline left. As Pitts will look to trigger it in. Larison with 4. Cabler with 3. To Pitts with 2. Jumper at the buzzer. Short, and that'll do it. At halftime, the Zebras lead by 9, 30-21. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, town home style, town home furnishing.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Well, while she's in the middle of the floor, we'll just announce the basket winner is Paula Baylor. Baylor wins the silent auction basket. You can see Mrs. on the field for that. All right, here we go. Senior night activities for our band. First, Erica McCollum. Percussion. Erica is the daughter of Kevin and Angela McCollum and sister of Tyler. Her favorite class is English 111 and Econ with Coach Stasiak. Erica's most memorable band moment was going to Wendy's during the third quarter and hoping that she'd make it back in time. In addition to band, Erica participates in track and field, as well as tryout. After graduation, she plans on attending IUSB to obtain a bachelor's degree in business and a minor in photography. Erica McClellan. On the trombone, Evan Cashin. Evan is the son of Aaron and Clayton Cashin. His favorite class is calculus with Mr. Screen. Evan's most memorable band moment was when Erica didn't show up for the homecoming parade last year and he had to play the bass drum. In addition to band, Evan participates in National Honor Society, New Tech Ambassadors, Student Council, and Club Volleyball. After graduation, he plans to attend Siena Heights University to study business and play volleyball. Evan Cashin. Our final band member playing the clarinet, Caitlin Robinson. Caitlin is the daughter of Eric and Tyler Robinson. Her favorite class is her internship at Columbia Elementary. The most memorable moment for Caitlin as a band member are the traveling opportunities she has had. She was able to travel to Branson and Sandusky to perform at events. In addition to band, she participates in Key Club, works in a restaurant, and spends time volunteering at different places. After graduation, Caitlin plans to attend Manchester University as a biochem major on a pre-dentistry track, where she will work towards becoming a dentist. Caitlin Robinson. Our band, Erica, Evan, and Caitlin. Now our bowling seniors. Starting with Becky Long. Becky recently was named to the Indiana High School Bowling All-Region team for Central Region, All-State Team Honorable Mention, and was named to the Indiana High School Bowling Academic All-State Team. She is the daughter of Birch and Kim Long. Her favorite subject is calculus with Mr. Screeden. Her most memorable bowling moment was going to semi-state and state with her team. In addition to bowling, Becky participates in Student Council, National Honor Society, volleyball, and Spanish Club. After graduation, she plans to attend Manchester University to study biochemistry and psychology. Becky Long. Our last bowler, Alicia Navarro. Alicia is a daughter of Hector and Minnie Navarro. Her favorite subject is choir. Most memorable bowling moment was being able to build friendships and going to semi-state as a team this year and last year. As a sophomore, her team went to state and she went to semi-state as an individual. In addition to bowling, she participates in golf, harmonia, theater, and National Honor Society. After graduation, she plans on going to college to study childhood grief counseling with a Christian focus. Ashley Navarro. Our boy bowlers, Chase Brown. Chase is the son of Chris D. Brown. His favorite subject is calculus with Mr. Street. His most memorable bowling moment was when Terry fell across the foul line in practice. In addition to bowling, Chase participates in tennis, FCYLA, student council, and is a manager for the softball team. After graduation, he plans on attending Indiana University to study sports management. Chase Brown. Our last boy bowler, say that fast 3 times. Kike. He's the host parents of Doug and Jana Vance. His favorite class is PE and math. Most memorable bowling moment was when the team qualified for semi-state because they did not think they were going to make it at all. In addition to bowling, he participates in tennis, track, and hopes to play in a summer soccer league. After graduation, he hopes to attend a university and try to play tennis if possible. He would like to study in Spain. Kike. Now our cheerleaders. Kara Brown. Kara is the daughter of Emily and Kevin Brown. Her favorite subject is English 12 with Mrs. Frank. Kara's most memorable cheer moment was asking Alyssa if her bow was crooked because that was their good luck charm. In addition to cheer, Kara participates in the GIVE program, prom committee, and is a baseball manager. After graduation, she plans on attending IPFW and hopes to be graduating with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. She would like to teach first grade. Kara Brown. Our next cheerleader, Olivia Jennings. Olivia is the daughter of Judith and Lloyd Jennings. Her favorite subjects are drawing and painting. Olivia's most memorable cheer moment was when they were losing in a very close game and she started to call out a timeout cheer red hot. It was quiet and she yelled, "Our team is what?" And someone from the student section yelled back, "No." And everyone started laughing. In addition to cheer, Olivia participates in athletic student council, National Honor Society, Key Club, Student Council, FCA, FCYLA, and Art Club. After graduation, Olivia plans to attend either Butler University or DePaul University to double major in communications and studio art. Her plan is to become a writer or a photojournalist. Olivia Jennings. Kelsey McKee. Kelsey is the daughter of Sean and Tom McKee. Her favorite subject was her internship at Columbia Elementary first semester and her current internship at the middle school. Kelsey's most memorable cheer moment was getting to cheer on her younger sister at all her home games, especially the Rochester versus Valley game this year. Also the cheer pool party that they had over the summer at Olivia Jennings' house. In addition to cheer, Kelsey participates in golf, student council, prom committee, 4-H, National Honor Society, Fulton County Youth Leadership Academy. After graduation, she will be attending Purdue University at West Lafayette and double majoring in special education and elementary education. Kelsey McKee. Alyssa Solis. Alyssa is the daughter of Brandy Osborne. Her favorite subject is their internship at the American Studies Room because interacting with Mrs. Shalley and Mr. Atkinson is the best way to start anyone's day. Her most memorable cheer moment was her freshman year when she flew in a basket, came down and hit her head on Anthony Tisman's chest, and she got a concussion from it. She's been scared of the basket ever since. In addition to cheer, Alicia participates in soccer, Key Club, and is the editor of the school newspaper and the yearbook committee. After graduation, she plans to attend Manchester University to work on her core courses and study psychology, and then transfer to Ball State to finish her schooling. Alyssa Solis. Cherokee Reynolds. Cherokee is the daughter of Don and Laura White Knight. Her favorite subject is auto tech service with Mr. Stroll at the Career Center. Cherokee's most memorable cheer moment was when they went to semi-state for girls basketball. Cherokee and Brittany were throwing gummy bears across the room at Golden Corral. In addition to cheer, Cherokee participates in New Tech Ambassadors, JAG, track and field, and FFA. After graduation, Cherokee plans on moving to Ohio to get her associates in automotive high-performance technology at the University of Northwestern Ohio. Cherokee White Knight. Sophia Maconaquah. Sophia's host parents are Eileen and Arlen Mullet. Her favorite subjects are pre-cal and English 12. Sophia's most memorable cheer moment was learning all the new stunts. After graduation, she plans on returning to her home of Slovakia, where she will finish high school. She intends to study psychology in college and would like to become a psychologist or a therapist. Sophia Maconaquah. Our cheerleaders, Zane Duff. Zane is the son of Jennifer Duff and Brian Kerr. His favorite subject is mechanics class at the Career Center with Mr. Stroll. His most memorable cheerlifting moment was getting Sophia to try new stunts, with this being her first year of cheering. In addition to cheerlifting, Zane participates in soccer and football. After graduation, he plans to study diesel mechanics. Zane Duff. James Jackson. James is the son of Tammy and Larry Jackson. His favorite subject is pre-cal, trig, with Mr. Screeden. His most memorable moment cheerlifting was when they were playing partner tag during practice, and he was squatting next to Kelton, and Kara lunged and fell. In addition to cheerlifting, James participates in track and field and JAG. After graduation, he plans on going into the Marine Corps and becoming an engineer. James Jackson. Kelton Powell is the son of Paul and Beth Tinsman and grandson of Rita Hill and nephew of Kira Schatz. His favorite subjects are JAG and summer government. Kelton has enjoyed the past 3 years of cheerlifting and getting to know everyone like family. In addition to cheerlifting, Kelton participates in JAG. After graduation, he plans on joining the United States Marines and would like to serve as an infantryman. Kelton Powell. Anthony Tinsman. Anthony is the son of Paul and Beth Tinsman. His favorite subject is JAG. Anthony's most memorable cheerlifting moment was when he gave Alyssa a concussion. In addition to cheerlifting, Anthony participates in JAG. After graduation, he plans on joining the workforce as a heavy machine operator. Let's give all our seniors a round of applause. Thank you, seniors and parents. Total winnings is $160. Get your tickets ready for $160.
The third quarter with the Zebras up by 9. They'll get the basketball first. Now going to our right, but both teams out of the locker room after it was a 15-minute extended halftime, but it turned into about 25 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. That is exactly what Maconaquah needed. They were spent going in. They needed that 25 minutes to rest here to put together a good second half.
They could have taken their uniforms off, washed and dried them, and taken a shower and been all had pizza.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And
yeah.
Rochester, who shot 64% in the first half, that's the last thing they needed was an extended halftime.
Right, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams come back out and handle that long overtime. Rochester did a pretty good job in that first half defensively. Maconaquah was just spent. I don't think they ever really, managed to get their feet underneath of them in that first half, and Rochester kept them down pretty good defensively. The second half, Pitts is just three points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
So I would expect their offense is going to run through him.
Let's get it out of the way.
For first few minutes of this third quarter.
So some scores from around the area. Bluffton leads Southwood after 3, 43-41. Rensselaer leads Winnemac at halftime, 34-29. And Wawasee leads Valley after 3, 37-28. Reinhold for 3, right baseline off the back of the rim, no good. Larson, that is, grabs the board and outlets to Pitts. Plummer and Walker, the starters in this group, along with Reinhold, Perez, and Utter. Pitts, baseline to Larison. Larison loses the basketball out of bounds. Thanks to the help of Utter, it'll stay with Rochester and make that Maconaquah baseline left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Pitts will inbound baseline left. Pitts gets it into Ward. Ward against a double team. Turnaround jumper is good. And the Rochester lead cut to 7. 40 seconds gone in the third quarter. Rochester up 30-23. Walker, top of the key against Ward. Bounce pass to Plummer.
Rochester did a good job of getting people snuck in behind the defense on Maconaquah when they were in that zone, and you'll see they started this second half in a man-to-man.
Yeah. Utter. Out to Plummer. Plummer holds against Hagan. Takes it to the left. Picks up a dribble, baseline to Perez. Brady behind the arc against Ward. Dribbles to the wing. Now top of the key to Utter. Thought about a 3, passes it up. Ball loose. Brady Perez picks it up. He'll fire it up from 10 feet. It's in. Quickly Pitts up the floor. Rochester up 32-23. Ward at the volleyball line. High on the right side to Cabler. Cabler a couple of dribbles to his left. Now to Hagan. Hagan back to Pitts' right side. Long 3 from the Maconaquah Braves is short. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Brady Perez. It'll stay with Maconaquah baseline left. That one would have done it.
Yeah, it would have.
Again, Pitts looking to become Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer. He needs 3 more points. Hagan gets it in. To Cabler. Back to Larson. Larson's 3 rattles in from the right wing. That line drive shot went down and cuts the Rochester lead to 6 at 32-26.
Might have even oblonged the rim a little bit. Hard as it rattled in there.
Utter up top, fouled by Pitts. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester right in front of our bench.
Pitts will pick up his first team first.
Number 3, Pitts. His first of the half.
So Utter will look to get it in right in front of Coach Stasiak. Gets it into Reinhold against Hagan. Jordan takes it to the right side. Crossover dribble, top of the key. At the free throw line now to Utter. Left wing 3 for the Zebras is short. Walker with the rebound. Tyler goes to the basket hard. Right-handed layup is good.
Walker with 11 now.
The Zebras are back to 8 at 34-26. Cabler in the right wing against Reinhold. Dribbles to the top of the key. Around the defense at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Pitts. Down low to Larison. To Cabler. His jumper is good over Reinhold. 34-28. Utter to bring it up with 5:20 to play in the third.
Rochester been doing a good job here in the third quarter, being patient on the offense, looking for the open shooter.
Reinhold between the rings, back to Utter, down little Walker. Tyler backs his way in. He's going to be fouled on the reach in by Cabler, I believe. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester with 5:07 to play in the third.
That'll be the second on Cabler, team second.
Not many fouls committed in this game so far.
No, there hasn't been.
Reinhold baseline right to Walker. Tyler, bounce pass to Plummer, ball loose, ball tipped around. Maconaquah comes out of there with it. Now to Pitts. Pitts, coast to coast, right-handed layup is good off the window, and he's got 9. And the lead is down to 4 for Rochester with 4:50 to play in the third. Reinhold across the timeline, middle of the floor now to volleyball line. Works to the right wing, crossover dribble to the left side. Utter, 3, left baseline for the Zebras is short. And Plummer is going to be called for over the back. That'll be his third. It'll be Maconaquah basketball out of bounds.
Third on Plummer, first on Rochester in the half.
4:41 to play in the third. Rochester up 34-30. I believe we're going to stop the game on Pitt's next basket. Left side to Hagan. Hagan behind the arc, dribbles to top of the key to Cabler. His floater in the lane is no good. Walker with the rebound, outlets to Reinhold. Jordan ahead to Utter. Utter left side, stops, pops, nope. Rebound to Walker, foul on the putback. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And so Walker will go to the line to shoot 2.
They're going to call Hagan on the foul. That'll be his first, team third.
4:19 to play in the third quarter. Zebras by 4. And Tyler Walker at the line for the Zebras for 2. Tyler eyes the first one, lets it fly, and it's no good off the back of the rim. Bryce Abbott back into the game, and Jerry Plummer to sit. One more for Tyler Walker. Looking to push the Zebras lead back to 5. The second one on the way for the juniors, nothing but net. 35-30, Rochester. 4:15 to play in the first third quarter, that is. Pitts with 9, looking for his 10th to become Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer with the basketball middle of the floor and basically hands off to Cabler. Back to Pitts on the right wing, back to Cabler between the rings of the volleyball line, right side of Pitts. Pitts drives it right hard to the baseline. Leader on the way off the glass, no good. Walker with the rebound. Tyler outlets to Reinhold. Jordan runs to our right. Across the timeline left, now middle of the floor, directs traffic while dribbling outside to Utter. Utter outside to Abbott now on the left wing. Abbott holds above his head against Cabler, now to Reinhold. 3 over Larison, short, and the rebound to Maconaquah. Ahead to Pitts. Pitts left side of the floor, dribbles it off his leg and out of bounds.
Took his eye.
Southwood beat Bluffton 69-61. Alex Onafield back into the game and Walker to have a seat. Rochester's got some really nice bench play tonight.
They have. Walker's got 12 for Rochester coming off the bench, and Plummer with 5.
3.5 to play, third quarter. Rochester up 35-30. Reinhold high on the left side for the Zebras. Gets a pick from Onafield, now against a double team. Now at the elbow, out to Utter, fakes a 3 in the paint. Leaner on the way, good from 10 feet. 37-30. And Reinhold's going to pick up foul number 2 as he got tangled up with Hagan on the far side.
It's only the second team foul.
3:14 to play in the third. Rochester by 7. It'll be out of bounds to Maconaquah on the far side as Hagan will trigger it in. Gets into Cabler in the center circle. Works left side to Pitts. Pitts back to Cabler, top of the key. Fakes right, goes back to Pitts. Baseline to Ward. Ward ball loose. We're going to have last touch out of bounds by the Zebras on a field. It'll stay with Maconaquah. And Middlecoff will come back in for the Braves, and he'll replace Ward. With 3:06 to play in the third quarter, Zebras leading 37-30. Tyler Walker will come back into the game for Rochester, and he'll replace Bryce Abbott. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Pitts gets it into Larison. To Pitts. Back to Larison. Left wing 3 for the Braves is short, and the Utter with another board. And now we're going to have a charge on Austin Utter for swinging the elbows.
Yep. Pitts and Larison were battling for the rebound, and when Utter come down, he used that elbow to clear out some space, and he got called for the foul.
Under 3 to play in the third. Zebras by 7. Maconaquah basketball, baseline left. Pitts will look to get it in. Does so to Hagan. Hagan left all alone, passed up a 3, and then his pass is deflected, but gets it back. Now in the corner to Larison. Larison drives it out to Hagan. Behind the arc, left side. Goes to the basket, cut off at the free throw line. Out to Larison, left wing 3 is good. And it rattles in again.
Larison with 11 now for Maconaquah.
Rochester's lead down to 4 with 2:30 to play in the third. Reinhold across the timeline against Hagan. Behind his back dribble, goes to the middle of the floor, backs it out to the volleyball line, crossover dribble, pocket pick by Hagan. Hagan will go in for the left-handed layup, It is high off the glass and in. Ahead to Perez, and Perez hits the deck hard, no call. Ball's loose on the floor. Walker fighting for it, Rochester fighting for it. Ball bounties flying all over the place. Maconaquah has it. Larison for three in the lead. Good!
That's Larison's third three in this quarter.
And now Maconaquah leads 38-37. Rochester timeout. It's a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Forward to play in the third quarter. Maconaquah now up 38-37 after helter-skelter play a moment ago, which left bodies laying on the floor, and Larison knocked down a big three from the left wing.
They've erased a 9-point lead from Rochester at halftime to take a 1-point lead on three three-pointers by Larison.
So Maconaquah on a man-to-man press. Utter will look to trigger it in. Underneath the Maconaquah basket, down by one now. Utter gets it into Perez. Brady, underhand pass back to Austin, and he'll bring it up against Pitts. Utter across the timeline right, drives it hard to the three-point line. Now go to the basket, high off the window is good, and Rochester back up 39-38.
Good take by Utter. Man-to-man defense from Maconaquah left a wide open lane.
Left side to Pitts. 100 seconds to play in the third. In the corner to Larison, another three from Maconaquah is no good. Utter grabs the board. Austin brings it up against Hagan. Behind his back dribble, through the center circle. Jump stop out to Reinhold. 90 seconds.
I'd say something about Larison's shot being a line drive with no arch. It didn't have a chance, but his other three were the same way, and they went in.
Down to minute 20 to play, third quarter. Reinhold around the defense. Floater lane rattles in for two. Rochester back up by three at 41-38. Pitch quickly up the floor.
The seniors starting to take over here in the final minutes of this third quarter.
Minute to play in the third. Rochester up 41-38. Pitts has it between the rings. 2-3 zone and throws the basketball out of bounds. It'll go back to the Zebras on the far side. Abbott back in on a field coming out. I wasn't sure if it was on a field or Walker. They were both walking to the bench. Inbounds pass to Reinhold. Minute to play. Third quarter. Rochester by three. Jordan against Hagan. Across the timeline. Crossover dribble, works the middle of the floor, pulls it back out to the volleyball line between the rings. Switches directions, jump pass to Utter on the left side. Three for Austin, left wing, good!
Utter now with 12.
And the Zebras are back up by 6 at 44-38 with 35 to play in the third. Cabler, top of the key to Hagan. Back to Cabler. Now to Larison, his pass is tipped away and stolen by Utter.
That was a case where they're trying to get the ball to Pitts and tried to force it down low. Rochester doing a good job of waiting on the pass and stepping in the passing lane.
15 seconds to play, third quarter. Rochester at 44-38. Reinhold around the defense, goes to the right wing, hands off to Perez with 6. Brady in the paint, throws up a tough shot, and it goes in! With 2, with 1. The jumper at the buzzer by Pitts from half court is no good. After 3, Rochester back by 8, 46-38. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Here we go, the fourth and final quarter. The Zebras went on a 9-0 run right there and took an 8-point lead into the third quarter break. They lead now 46-38. And we talked about legs from Maconaquah in the second quarter before halftime. How much do they have left here after the fourth game in 5 days?
Burned up an awful lot of energy coming back from that 9-point deficit at halftime.
Yep, you're right. Pitts sitting on 9, looking to become Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer with the next bucket. 2-3 zone by the Zebras. I think we've been there about all night.
Yeah, you're right.
Pitts over the top, thrown away and stolen by Walker. Now to Reinhold. Ahead to Utter. Austin down low to Walker. Tyler goes to the basket, kicks it out to Perez. 18-footer right side is short. Rebound by Maconaquah, but Tyler Walker is going to be called on the reach in.
That'll be his first, team fourth.
7:27 to play in the game. Rochester up by 8. It'll be Maconaquah basketball going to our left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Don't forget our next broadcast will be Tuesday night in the second game of the Class 2A sectional at Manchester High School. Hagan across the timeline. Rochester back in that 2-3 zone inside the three-point line. Hagan back to Pitts in the left wing. Pitts around the defense, goes to the baseline. Cut off by the defense. Outside to Hagan. To Larison. Outside to Pitts. Long three for the Braves, and the record is no good. Reinhold with the rebound. Out to Utter. Austin Utter, right-handed layup. Good! And the Sabres up by 9. Make that 10. 48-38. Nice look by Reinhold.
Senior to senior, they just kind of gave a head nod to each other. They knew what they were going to do.
Larison for 3 is good again. Timeout Maconaquah. It's a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
That's 4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
.6:51 to play in the game. Rochester leads 48-41. That's where Rochester's been about this entire game. They've held the lead about the entire night. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Rochester with a possession arrow.
Larison just made his 4th three-pointer since halftime for Maconaquah.
Maconaquah on a full-court press. Abbott back into the game. He has the basketball to Utter. Austin brings it up for Rochester. Again, 6:40 to play in the game. Zebras by 7. Utter around the defense on the baseline. Cut off by the double team. Outside, ball tipped away, stolen by Pitts. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Bryce Abbott, which I thought could have really been a travel.
Abbott picks up his first, team 5th. That's the closest anybody's been to the free throw line all night.
Yep, that's right.
5 team fouls.
Nobody has shot any bonus.
No.
6.5. Rochester by 7. Final quarter of the game. Pitts in the paint. Reverse layup to Ward is good as he travels, a no call. Reinhold across the timeline against Hagan. High on the left side. Rochester's lead is 5 at 48-43. Reinhold near the timeline. Around the defense. High on the left side. Got to get rid of it. Does so to Abbott. Now to Utter on the right wing. Utter outside of Reinhold, 3, left wing for the Zebras is short. Walker with the rebound and loses it out of bounds. Oh, they're going to take a last touch by the Braves.
I say Larson got a hold of it, knocked it out of bounds. So Rochester's showing some fatigue there as both Reinhold and Utter come up short on the open three-pointers.
Jordan got to get it in. Does so at the Maconaquah volleyball line to Perez. Brady across the timeline. Directs traffic just outside the center circle to the right. Now middle of the floor at the volleyball line. Works against Ward. Takes him to the basket. Loses the handle in the paint. Turnaround jumper over the defense is good. Are you
Brady
kidding me?
Perez with his eighth point of the night.
Rochester back by 7. Larison outside to Cabler. He thought about a three and passed it up. Drives around the defense. Ball thrown from behind by Reinhold. Perez has it. Brady brings it up the floor for Rochester. They're leading by 7 with 5:22 to play in the game. Perez goes to the basket. Layup good. The foul.
Perez was another acrobatic move to get a shot to go.
I have a feeling nobody was going to draw up that play ever in the history of mankind, but Brady just kind of
created it
on the fly. So Brady Perez to the line for the free throw, and it is good, and Zebras are back by 10.
Perez has hit his last 3 shots and the free throw.
53-43, 5:10 to play in the basketball game. Maconaquah basketball going to our left. Zebras staying in that 2-3 zone. Cabler back to Pitts at the volleyball line. Law pass back door to Larison. He puts it up and in for 2. Closer to the rim, he's going to dunk that.
You're right.
Perez to Reinhold. Jordan against Hagan. Here comes the half-court trap. Picks up his dribble. Back door to Brady. Brady looked at a 3, and boy, I thought he was going to chuck that. Dribbles to the paint. Leaner on the way. No good. Walker with the rebound. Tyler outside of Perez. 18-footer left baseline is no good. And Larison to the rebound. Quickly to Pitts. Rochester by 8. Pitts around the defense to Cabler. Cabler, carries the basketball. No call. His layup is good. How does he get away with that carry out in the middle of the open? Everybody can see it.
Well, the Harlem Globetrotter kind of thing where you cup the ball with your hand. And
I thought everybody could see it. Utter against a double team to Perez. Brady to Abbott. Abbott in the paint, down low to Walker. Loses the handle going to the basket. Maconaquah picks it up.
Trying to make a move before he actually had the basketball.
53-47. Pitts outside to Larison. Left side to Ward. Ward at the free throw line. Gives down low to Hagan. Outside to Larison. 3 over the defense. Good again.
Wow, that's 5 3-pointers for Larison in the second half.
And all of a sudden, that 10-point lead that Rochester had about, a minute ago is down to a 3-point lead. That half-court trap is really playing numbers on Rochester's offense. Reinhold against the defense. Splits the double team up top. He is fouled going to the basket before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to the Zebras. 3:27 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 3.
Cabler's going to pick up his 3rd, team 5th.
3:27 to play. Rochester up 53-50. Reinhold gets it into Utter. The corner to Reinhold. Jordan against Hagan. Takes him to the wing inside the 3-point line. Switches directions, goes to the basket. Leaner on the way, no good, but a foul coming on Larison. Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
Larison pick up his 2nd, team 6th.
3:19 to play in the game. Rochester up 53-50. Jordan Reinhold to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Rochester with a possession arrow.
First trip to the free throw line for the senior. He's got 7.
Jordan's free throw is nothing but net. He'll have 1 more. One more coming for Reinhold. Looking to push this lead back to 5. Senior flies the second one. Yep, nothing but net again. 55-50. Rochester on top. 3:15 to play in the game. Pitts through the center circle. The 2-3 zone extended out to the volleyball line when he's up there. Left side to Cabler. Cabler, one dribble to his left. Picked up the basketball right in front of his bench. Outside to Hagan. Right side to Pitts. Pitts against the double team on the right wing. Crook swatches directions. Hagan in the paint. Down low to Ward. Ward, no good. The put back by Pitts, no good. Rebound is to Reinhold. Jordan Grabs the board and pushes ahead to Utter. Left wing for Rochester, down low to Walker. Tyler outside to Perez. Brady now right wing to Reinhold with 2:40 to play in the game, leading by 5. In the corner to Perez. Brady holds. Works around Ward. Out to the volleyball line. Keeps his dribble in the right wing. Brady. Left elbow 3 is short. Rebound fought for. Pitts comes out of there with it. It'll be Maconaquah basketball.
Throws it off of Walker. Keeps possession.
Maconaquah will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
.222 to play in the game. Zebras lead 55-50. After the timeout by Maconaquah, the Braves will have it going to our left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Maconaquah has 2 timeouts, Rochester with 3. Pitts has it, still looking for that 10th point. Rochester's played really good defense on him tonight.
They have, yeah. The zone has pretty well taken him out.
Larison turnaround jumper's too hard, and the ball down to Abbott. And now we're going to have a foul on Pitts, I believe.
Yep.
It'll be out of bounds to Rochester, and I believe
that's on bonus now.
Abbott will shoot one in the bonus.
So Pitts will pick up his second. That'll be the team's 7th.
Abbott will go off to the other end to shoot free throws.
So Abbott go to the free throw line for Rochester, leading by 5. And Bryce Abbott with just 2 points in the basketball game this afternoon. So he looks to extend this Rochester lead.
A sophomore with 1 in the bonus. Rochester by 5 with 2:06 to play in the game. Abbott's free throw. Yep. One more for the sophomore, looking to push this lead back to 7. Here at Rochester High School, the final game of the year and senior night for these guys. Second one on the way. Good again. 57-50. Rochester up with 2 minutes to play in the game. Pitts across the timeline. Left wing now to Hagan. Hagan back to Pitts left side. 3 left side against the defense. Wow. Good.
With Utter in his face.
Pitts buries a 3 to cut the lead to 4. And with that becomes Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer. And that, like you said, with Utter right in his grill.
Right, yeah.
So Pitts has become Maconaquah's all-time leading scorer. And Maconaquah will present him with a game ball, not Rochester's ball, but their ball.
Their ball, yeah. That's quite of an accomplishment for any individual. Absolutely.
All-time leading scorer for Maconaquah. And I'm telling you, I watched some really good kids play, including 2 of those kids on the, or the 2 of those guys on the bench.
Yeah.
And Betster and Maben.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you know, Chandler Pitts, a senior for this Maconaquah, becomes their all-time leading scorer, but their leading scorer tonight has been Ethan Larison, as he's got 22 in the ball game.
Well, Rochester now by 4 with 1:53 to play in the game. Maconaquah has 2 timeouts. Rochester with 3 against the full court press of the Zebras. Reinhold gets it into Utter. Now to Abbott. Abbott brings it up against Pitts, and now Pitts is going to be called for a foul, and Bryce will walk to the other end to shoot 1 in the bonus.
Pitts will pick up his 3rd. And Abbott, who just knocked down 2 free throws, will go back to the line again.
Minute 49 to play in the game. Zebras are up by 4, and Bryce Abbott back to the line to shoot 1 and the bonus for Rochester. Boy, wouldn't this be a huge win to propel them into the section?
Oh, absolutely it would.
Abbott ready. Sophomore's first one. Short. Rebound to Larison. Pitts runs. 100 seconds. Pitts to Ward. High on the right side to Hagan. Back to Pitts.
Pitts looks like he's a lot lighter in the feet right now.
Pitts left side to Kabler. Kabler with a minute 34. Outside to Ward. Kabler to Hagan right wing. Baseline to Pitts. Pitts kicks it back outside to Larison. 3 over Abbott. Short. Rebound to Pitts. And ball stolen by Perez. Timeout Rochester. A minute 19 to play in the game. Rochester uses a timeout, leading by 4. It's got a 60-second timeout. 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Rochester has 2 timeouts. Maconaquah with 2 timeouts, and the Zebras own the possession arrow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Abbott, Reinhold, Utter, Perez, and Walker on the floor for the Zebras. Maconaquah will be in a full court press. Make that Abbott will look to trigger it in underneath the Maconaquah basket.
Rochester's in the bonus, so they can afford to, if they can just take care of the basketball, wait for Maconaquah to foul them.
Rochester yet to cross the timeline. We're going to have to hurry. Gets it across to Utter with about 9 seconds. A minute 6 to play in the game. Down low to Perez. Rises up for 2, and it's good! Zebras back by 6 with 57.
Perez with his 7th point in this 4th quarter.
Hagan holds with 52. Kabler that is, with 50. Kicks it out to Pitts for 3. Good! Timeout Maconaquah.
Pitts playing a lot more loose now that he's got that monkey off, or not a monkey, but that challenge off his back. He's a lot looser, a lot freer on his shots.
We'll take a 30-second timeout, 44 seconds to play. Zebras lead by 3, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Seconds to play in regulation. The Zebras own a 59-56 lead. They'll have the basketball underneath the Maconaquah basket going to our right. Shirley against the full court press. Maconaquah has 1 timeout. Zebras with 2 in the possession arrow. This has been a dandy.
It's been a really good game. Rochester's had some substantial leads in this game, but Maconaquah's always found the energy and the strength they needed to fight back.
Abbott looks to get it in, does so to Utter in the corner, and then Utter is fouled by Pitts.
Yep, that
would be 4?
4 on Pitts. More importantly, the senior, Austin Utter, going to go to the free throw line. That's what Rochester needed, first of all, was to get some points out of this possession, any points.
Lafayette Central Catholic defeated Lewis Cass tonight, 65-52.
Oh, wow. 2 Rochester will see Tuesday.
Yep. Utter at the line for 1 and the bonus with 42.5 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 3.
Need 1 to force two possessions.
Yep. Free throw. No good. And he gets his own rebound. Layup is good!
Great job by Tyler Walker to keep that ball alive and for Utter to paying attention to come in and clean it up.
30 seconds. Rochester by 5. Pitts for 3 from the baseline is good! Timeout Maconaquah. Their last one. The Zebras lead by 2 with 27 to play in the game. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
They've got 2 timeouts in the possession arrow. 27 seconds to play in the game. Rochester leading 61-59. Abbott, Utter, Reinhold, Perez, and Walker in the game for the Zebras.
Rochester can do anything they want, just don't turn the ball over.
And they've got 2 timeouts, more importantly.
You're right.
Abbott, bounce pass into Utter. Back to Abbott. Abbott brings it up. Ahead to Perez with 22. Brady holds. Now to Reinhold with 20. Over the top to Utter with 18. And he was fouled by Pitt. No, he was fouled by
Keebler.
Yeah, Keebler.
Sorry. That's Kabler's 4th.
17.7 to play in the game. Austin Utter at the line to shoot 2, with Rochester leading 61-59.
If you could have just kept playing keep away, let the clock run out.
Rochester only has 5 team fouls. I don't think you let Pitts shoot a 3 here. You got a foul.
Yeah.
Utter with 2. No good.
Oh.
He'll have one more.
I think you let him bring the ball up to midcourt. Foul him there.
We got illegal motion by the defense. He's going to have 2 more. So we have a lane violation, I believe, on the Maconaquah Braves. So I think we're going to have 2 more free throws for Utter. Woo, that's a big call.
Yeah.
That is a big call. Kabler motioned something to his teammates across the lane, and the official on the far side is going to call that for, I don't know, free throw interference or lane violation or something, but Utter's going to have 2 free throws. Austin, second one, first one is good.
We'll get another one.
It's a 3-point lead for the Zebras, 17.7 to play in the game. One more coming for the senior on his night. Second one is good again. Timeout Rochester. Zebras by 4. 17 seconds to play in the game. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Set something up and get somebody wide open.
I agree. Maconaquah out of timeouts. Rochester was one, and the possession arrow. It'll be Maconaquah basketball, hopefully against the full court press, as they will inbound it underneath the Rochester basket going to our left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman, and we've seen a dandy against a really, really good team.
Again, Larison and Pitts, your three-point shooters.
Jerry Plummer in the game for Rochester. Tyler Walker out. Larison will trigger it in against the full court press. 17.7 to play in the game. Rochester by 4.
The key here is you want to make them use up as much of the clock as you can.
Pitts with 16. Runs with 14. Pitts top of the key with 13. Out to Larison with 12.
Good
Three
defense.
over.
Good defense.
The defense no good. Put back by Pitts is good with 5. And Rochester doesn't have to inbound it. Maconaquah calls it. They stop the play with 4.3. And now they have a warning on Maconaquah for touching the basketball. Pitts, that's a great play by Pitts. He pushed the ball to the band, which is going to get a warning for Maconaquah, but it stops the clock. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but like you said, well, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, because otherwise Rochester wouldn't have to inbounds the ball.
How about that for a senior? That's a headsy play. That's fantastic. So really, Maconaquah got an extra timeout, but it was actually called for warning for touching the ball after the basket, but it stopped the clock. That was brilliant. So a foul on Maconaquah is going to send Utter back to the free throw line for 2 with 3.7 to play in the game.
Somebody fouled out, so they're going to have time.
Is that going to be Pitts?
I didn't see who the foul was on.
Nope.
Cabler fouls out.
3.7 to play in the basketball game. Rochester up by 2 at 63-61. After Maconaquah makes the substitution, Utter will be at the line for 2. And really, with Pitts on the floor, you've got to make 2.
Pitts has scored 11 points in the last minute, 7 seconds of this basketball game.
That one came on a rebound putback.
Yeah.
.2 to play in the game. Rochester by 2 at 63-61. Utter back to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras. Free throw is good for the senior. One more. I'm telling you, you got a foul.
Still one foul to get.
Yeah. Rochester has 5 team fouls. Utter with one more freebie looking to push this lead back to 4 with 4.2 to play in the game. Second one. Uh-oh. No good.
Now you have to foul.
Rebound. Tipped out of bounds by Maconaquah. Zebras going to get it back with 1.8. 3-point lead. Rochester has it after Rochester make that. Maconaquah knocks it out of bounds. Rochester will use their final timeout with 1.8 to play in the game. We'll keep it right here.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Plummer, Perez, Reinhold, Utter, and Abbott on the floor for the Zebras. Austin will trigger it in on the far side. Well, whatever you do, throw it towards your basket.
Yep, got to get it in. Just got to get it in.
Utter gets it in Reinhold. He holds. Cross-court pass, and before the buzzer. No, we're going to call it final. The foul happened before the buzzer, but the Zebras are going to win it as the officials wave it off. 64-61, a fantastic basketball game for the Rochester Zebras, who end the regular season at 12-9. Post-game show next, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.